So time to amp up the message machine, I guess. And who better to talk to about this than radio host Alex Jones. Hey there, Alex. Lots to talk about. Secretary of Clinton obviously fighting for more funding for the State Department's media budget. But she says we are in a, quote, information war. She wants more money than most of the other international stations combined. Your take, Alex, on the many sides, I guess, of this war.
Well, it's good to be here, and obviously I have the website Infowars.com, so we're focused on this. I want to be clear. I'm an American patriot. I believe in my constitutional republic. I get a tear in my eye when I go to a football game and hear the Star-Spangled Banner. When the State Department talks about losing the info war and getting media dominance again in the world, they're talking about the select group of offshore globalists that in the last 50 years have used the United States as an engine of their own private corporate war against sovereign countries and taking over the planet. This is all admitted. And so what's happened is so-called U.S. television and print media, the Washington Post, the New York Times, have lied about WMDs that didn't exist, have lied about terror threats. The former head of Homeland Security, Governor Ridge, wrote a book last year admitting they would issue fake terror alerts for political gain. And so the American people realize that our media doesn't speak for us and is being used basically to propagandize not just us but the world. And so it's not just people in other countries that aren't buying into, quote, U.S. media. It's the American people. And the globalists are out of bullets. I mean, just last year when they were demonizing Rand Paul in his Senate run, Politico called me, and they said, well, what do you see being able to stop Rand Paul? Well, I said, nothing. I'm a big supporter of his constitutional ideas. But I said, if you endorsed him, if the mainstream media endorsed him, that would hurt him. I said, you guys are out of bullets. No one buys into or supports what you're doing. You have lost the war for the hearts and minds because people don't trust you anymore.
I want to replay really quick once again what Secretary of Clinton said. She's very clear about who is winning this war. Take a listen.
Al Jazeera is winning. The Chinese have opened up a global English language and multi-language television network. The Russians have opened up an English language network. I've seen it in a few countries, and it's quite instructive.
All right, but let's be honest. This is not to pat us on the back. This is more to drum up support on why she says the State Department needs more. Now, since she's watching, Alex, or we hope she is, I'd like to hear your advice to Secretary of Clinton, both on what the message should be and how to better get it out there.
Well, again, the people that have hijacked the United States in the last 5 decades to be conservative do not speak for the people of America, and America has become the demon of the world instead of being the apple of the world's eye, because the world has realized that we now predominantly have become an engine of evil. And you're right to say that all Hillary is doing is hitting the panic button and saying, give us more funding. I mean, it came out years ago that tens of billions of dollars a year is spent domestically and internationally to implant globalist messages, corporatist messages in movies and TV, in news, and in newspapers and radio. And the jig is up. They know people are aware of that. So I would tell the State Department, stop lying, stop engaging in disinformation, stop attacking freedom, stop attacking other sovereign nations, stop being propaganda, stop being modern Joseph Goebbels Nazi propaganda ministers, and people might start thinking of you as trustworthy sources. You guys use the public faith and abused it to the point of, if you even tell the truth, no one believes you. I mean, if the U.S. government-controlled media tells the public the sky is blue, they think it's red. If they tell people something's up, folks think it's down. If it's black, it's white. No one believes this Orwellian propaganda system anymore.